Ambition is often praised as the fuel behind success and progress. We're told to dream big and work hard, but what happens when that drive starts to feel more like a burden than a blessing? Many of us have experienced the shift. What once inspired us now leaves us feeling restless, overwhelmed, and even guilty for taking a break. The line between healthy motivation and anxiety can blur quickly. If you've ever felt uneasy when you're not achieving or guilty for simply resting, you're not alone. Ambition and anxiety are more connected than we realize, and understanding this connection is the first step toward finding peace in our pursuit of success. Ambition often starts as a spark, a desire to grow, learn, and create. But when our self-worth becomes tied to constant achievement, that spark can become a heavy weight. In school, at work, or in personal goals, many of us begin to measure our value by how much we accomplish. The pressure to always do more can make us feel like we're never enough, turning motivation into anxiety. The higher we climb, the more we fear falling behind. This is when ambition shifts from wanting to achieve to needing to prove ourselves. It's not that ambition is bad, but the way we define success can make it feel like a race with no finish line. There's a biological reason why ambition can sometimes feel like anxiety. Our brain's dopamine system, which motivates us to pursue goals, is also sensitive to uncertainty and pressure. When we set goals, dopamine encourages us to act. But if those goals seem unreachable or always out of reach, the same system can trigger stress. Our bodies release cortisol, the stress hormone, making us restless and tense. Over time, our brains can't distinguish between striving for success and running from failure, leading to burnout. This is why ambition sometimes feels like anxiety. It's our body's way of signaling that we're pushing too hard without enough recovery. In today's world, achievement culture is everywhere. Social media showcases highlight reels of awards and promotions, while schools and workplaces reward constant excellence. The message is clear. Rest is weakness, and slowing down means falling behind. This mindset turns ambition into a survival game, where we set goals out of fear rather than desire. Even taking a small break can feel wrong, as if everything will collapse if we pause. But ambition isn't the enemy. The real issue is a culture that equates ambition with nonstop motion. True success is about knowing when to rest, reflect, and realign, not just about always moving forward. Maybe the answer isn't to abandon ambition, but to redefine what achievement means. What if success was measured by how we grow, not just by results? Shifting focus from outcomes to effort allows us to value invisible progress. Ambition becomes toxic when fueled by comparison, so the real goal is to outgrow our past selves, not outdo others. Productivity isn't about doing the most, but about doing what matters. Including well-being in our definition of success is crucial. If achieving leaves us exhausted or anxious, it's time to adjust our standards. Rest isn't the opposite of ambition, it's what sustains it. Learning to pause between goals is one of the hardest lessons for ambitious people. There's always another milestone to chase, but life isn't meant to be lived only in the future. Taking time to reflect helps us appreciate how far we've come and reconnect with ourselves. Sometimes, the quiet moments between achievements hold the most meaning. Ambition isn't just about reaching the top, it's about who we become along the way. Celebrate small wins, practice gratitude, and take breaks without guilt. Progress doesn't always look like movement. Sometimes it looks like rest, reflection, or even failure. All of these moments shape who we are becoming. How do we make ambition feel lighter and more fulfilling? The answer is alignment, making sure our goals match our values and passions. When we pursue goals out of genuine curiosity or purpose, they energize us. But when our goals are driven by fear or comparison, they drain us. Before setting a goal, ask yourself if it excites you or if you're doing it to impress others. Does it make your life more meaningful or just more crowded? When ambition aligns with authenticity, it transforms from anxiety into confidence. The real achievement is building a life that feels both driven and peaceful.